Hello, chat. I actually hate Twitch. Not Twitch. I actually hate OBS because I've been streaming for like 30 whole minutes. Um, and I just didn't hit go live. I hit start stream and not go live. Because I always forget that those are multiple different things. And this is the one time in ages I just didn't check my own stream. Um, and now I'm upset. So, now we're just here. Couple developments in the last 30 minutes. I did get 2 sheep. I was a sheep ranger. I got 2 sheep here. One of them, I bred them. One of them already grew up. That's how long I've been fucking streaming for without an audience. I have this little grass pit down here taken care of. And like a couple seconds ago, I just, knocked out knocked out a group of little pillagers who were just hanging around and making some trouble. But none of that matters because none of it was broadcast. So here we are, I guess. Um, and this is what we're doing. We have to cope with that now. So it's okay. I'm gonna toss this in here. Just get a little bit of real decent food on me. That's from the sheep that detonated last time. So, gotta cope with that. But now I've got proper sheep who should be fine. And these guys can all breed, which is nice. I think first, before I do anything, I would like to dye these sheep dark gray. If I'm honest, that would probably be the move for me. I think dark gray is black dye. We'll get some white dye here. You gotta make gray dye, and then you gotta make that, which fucking there's dark gray too, right? I guess there just isn't. I guess it's really just gray, huh? Yeah, I guess it's just gray. That's okay. You know what I'm gonna do then? I'm gonna get one more white dye. Make it into some gray. There we go. And then I'm gonna dye these sheep because I kind of want some gray wool to build up my camp, I think. Because brown would be kind of cool. But more than that, I think gray would work a little better. I kind of just vibe with that more. I think that'll look neat on camp here. I feel like white, there's just nothing to go with white. Although, I'm a little upset. Because now I kind of want a couple white sheep. So here's what I'll do. I'm gonna have a healthy mix of light gray, dark gray, and white sheep. This is gonna be a message of alleles here. This is what alleles are. So you get 2 sheep. When the white sheep breed, eventually they become you get additional white sheep from that, right? But when the dark gray sheep and the white sheep breed, they get light gray wool, light gray sheep out of that. It's kind of a color theory thing, I think. Okay, I guess these guys are not ready for feeding, so just wasted some wheat, I guess. But that's fine. We got some dark gray wool, or just gray wool, I guess. I got some sheep. What I need is dirt. That's what I really need out here. A little bit of dirt, a little bit of action on that. What I can do is I can get 4 coarse dirt, do that, path block, and then I get just regular dirt. So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I just need 4 more, plus all of that. So I'm just gonna go where there's a bunch of coarse dirt, because I really don't want to get a bunch of nice grass if I can help it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Mobility achieved. And now we've got enough dirt to kind of finish up this little area here. I wish I had some more torches, perhaps. I'm gonna go to bed so I don't phantom, myself. I think a zombie just spawned next to my truck as well, so I'll have to go beat that dude up. No, it's just some creepers. That's good. Torches. A bit of coal. A couple of torches right there. Very nice. And now I can kind of prep an area for, this chest thing that I'm trying to do. Because with the sheep, I want to build a tent or something to put my chest, items in. But I can't do that unless the... There we go. I can't do that unless the sheep are plentiful and give me all sorts of wool that I need. So now I'm good. I got my cows here. I got my grass that should be spreading upwards really simply and easily. There we go. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring these guys together here. I'll do this for another white sheep. And I'll do... I guess that guy's not ready yet. If they're not ready, then maybe that means I can breed this one as well. No, I can't. I'll wait a second and then I'll breed those two for another little sheep. There we go. And more cows. That's cool. Nothing right there. Oh. I don't need light gray, that sucks. I can throw out a lot of garbage. I can also bundle it. I don't know why I wasn't bundling things. I completely forgot that these were in the video game, I'm gonna be so honest. It's so easy to just forget that bundles exist. And you can even put these guys in them because they stack up to 64. So, you just get this little bundle, ominous bottle bundle. Actually, that would be a good use for bundles in the late game. So I'll take that. Actually, these only stack to 16, so that takes 4 slots, which sucks. I'll take this and this and this. Yeah, no, this all seems like a good use of space for me. Alright, there we go. I was really just going to do a really short stream today where I just got some sheep and maybe like finished up the pens and enclosures and stuff. Did a little bit of breeding, on the side. But I feel like that is, this is a decent place to close off for the day. I'm not trying to make crazy progress today, chat. I'm just hanging out. But I do have a ton of spruce now, which means I can do this. I want to put probably most of that into planks because I'm going to need a bunch of slabs. I've got probably enough fences, but what I am going to need is a lot of trapdoors. And trapdoors suck. They're terrible. They're like the most expensive bullshit in the game for so little. Costs 3 wood for even a single trapdoor. And that's kind of garbage, man. I kind of don't want to, have to cope with all that nonsense. I just killed a mosquito out of the air, which I'm very proud of. It's a little gross, and so I had to wipe my hands on something. But it sucks, man. They're super expensive. Copper, also stupidly expensive, and I hate that about it. But these things happen on vacation. Sometimes you just gotta cope with stupid, terrible game mechanics. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a thing that happens. I'll put that there. There we go. I don't think, are there copper walls now in the game? Hold on, let me look this up. Copper wall. Minecraft, hold on. Sometimes I forget that I'm a loser and other people have houses. No, you're right, but fucking lightning rods exist. So of course I could always just craft a lightning rod. I'm gonna craft a couple of them, I think, for these purposes here. Gonna do some of that. There we go. We want to do a little bit of this action. I'm gonna make this. I'll make this my roof. Do this. There we go. Yeah, I kind of like integrating it a little bit with the overhang. I think makes it a little nicer. Oh, we've got a nice little rainstorm going on. And of course, I'm completely out of slabs immediately. It turns out I need a shit ton of slabs for this. Who would have thought? There we go. A little more. And I'll probably need some more trapdoors as well. So why don't I just convert then like half of these into that. Shit ton of these. Put those away, make more slabs, and there we go. And all that for 43. I basically used a whole stack of wood, and you don't even get a full stack of trapdoors out of it, which sucks. We hate to see that. We hate to see the trapdoor recipe exist unchanged in the game of Minecraft. I think that's probably one of my biggest gripes about the game, is how just nonsensical the recipe for certain things are. How nonsensically expensive, really, as well. That sucks. That doesn't look good at all. And I'm upset about it. I mean, it could look nice, provided I do a little bit of trapdoor action, perhaps, to the outside. Let's try this. If I do this... No, that sucks. No, that's terrible, man. What would look good is if I did a full, one slab lower kind of action here. And then... No, trapdoors around that. But... because I'm not doing that. Also, I'm super far away from my mic for some reason. It probably sounds awful on stream. But you know what? That's okay. What am I streaming? Am I streaming? Am I still live? Hold on, let me triple check my stupid chat. Yo, this guy, aesthetic. I got Gabe. I got my #1 commenter, my #1 fan. That means that's a lot. That's awesome. This whole look is bad. What I can do though, excuse me. Let's try anything. I don't want to just do a like fanned out roof though, because that's really annoying. I would like to do a little bit of slab action. I'd at least like to try and add a little bit of copper sort of vibes to the whole thing. Let's see if I can't try and maybe rework this roof. I'm definitely gonna just go make an axe, because this is terrible. I shouldn't be punching things at this time in the gameplay. We're gonna breed these guys again for another mini sheep. Breed these guys, and that'll be enough for now. Lots of cows to start breeding. I like that. Get some hay bales. See, it's the exponential growth, you know, that really makes life a lot more convenient. It's when you look to your left and you're like, holy shit, that's so many cows. I didn't expect to have that many cows already. You know, and I'm like, yeah, that's good. That's a good development, I think. I have to wait for one of those other ones to grow up, but it's fine. Over here. Got a dog to take care of you, pal. No, we're good. And with the grass coming up from the bottom, that should work. Now let's go craft an axe. Tear down that roof. I think that should be enough. All right. Take that. Maybe a little bit of copper to do the job. Man, are you trying to attack me? Where did you come from, man? You came all the way here from, like, the next county over. I hate zombies. They are annoying. Let's see. Take advantage a little bit, you know. Get them copper slabs, you know. Put together a decent, decent little pen for my sheep. And I'm also just going to get jumped if I try and do this at night. So, you know what? Instead of placing down torches, which is obviously the responsible thing to do, I'm going to just skip the night. Because that's the way you do it, you know? That's the responsible thing to do. Let's see. Back up this way. Chop down the roof real quick. Man, why are you gonna be causing issues for me like that? Here's what I'll do. This is the intelligent, cool person move that I'm about to make here. So I'll raise the roof up by half a slab, right? And then I'll have a little awning that comes down as like a little copper block, you know, kind of edge, and then a very nice little spruce trapdoor awning off the side. And keeping the wood here, I think, is a good move as well. There we go. Pick up the slabs on the floor out here. Nice. Okay. And I think the move is gonna be to Maybe to do this, I don't. Maybe try this a little bit. Because I think we don't want the roof to be too tall. Is an element that I'm concerned with, you know. I'm not trying to make just a huge, overly large roof. And I think this is the methodology that'll be the most successful for kind of preventing that. And also giving us the cool aesthetic look, because the only thing that really matters is that it's on a lower part of the slab. The lower half slab synergizes well with the trapdoors, you know, because then it connects better, and that looks cool. Yeah, I actually kind of like that. All right. There's a little, like, line right there, obviously, that's maybe less than ideal, but you know what I can do with that. So I can just connect the dots. And also, I gotta crouch, but that's fine. Put that there. All right, and now I can trapdoor the outside like this. I think this was a good design. I think it looked neat. It kind of gave a sense of space to the whole thing. I can chop here. Put that right there. Go around the edge. Last thing, what I can do is this. There we go. Come on. There we go, and now I got this kind of copper lined edge to it, which I think looks neat. Adds a little bit of detail. And what I really would like to do, but I know I probably don't have enough trapdoors for, is line the outside like this. Or maybe I do have enough. Cool, cool. Okay. Well, I like that. And then what I can do, because this is what I did on my last one, is I can change these out for fence gates. Bill Gates. And then there we are. There we go. Perfect. And just around the edges, I'll kind of include the copper. I think that looks cooler. Integrates the style a little bit, and then I can include this lightning rod there to you know, change the aesthetic, which I vibe with. I think it's good. And there's a last thing here. I'm thinking I really would like to get that in place. So let's grab remainder of my spruce, put some sticks together here. Gotta craft up that. I don't know where this guy's coming from, but he's right under me, and that's super annoying. I'll take care of that. Gonna do a little bit of this sort of maintenance action here. We create something like this. Open that fence gate. And there we go. And just for the symmetry, I'll put that there. I like it. Looks good. And the dog should be able to teleport to me wherever I'm at. There you go. I'll have him take a seat there. I would hate for something bad to happen to him by mistake. Ton of cows ready for making new cows. We'll do this. 3D sheep first. A sheep second. I want white and I want dark gray. I don't really need light gray. I'm gonna be so honest. But there we are. It's a proper copper establishment here. And yeah, very nice. All sorts of cows fed now. I'm getting more mutton, or not more mutton, more steak and leather by the day, which is great. I should start shearing these guys. Because, I mean, I've got the space. That's for show. The more shearing I do, the more wool I will get, because they'll regrow it instead of just wasting my grass. Alright. That looks good. Would you look at that? Sheep setup, already looking good. Plenty of white wool because these guys are grass munchers. No, the cows are the same. Once they start growing up, I'll be able to do a little more with them. I think I'm gonna start growing some spruce trees because I for sure need a tree farm. Because I want to do a lot of building with some spruce. I'll just throw this sugar cane in here for now. Saplings. Dirt. There we go. And got plenty of bone meal. I need 2 more pieces of dirt to grow a mega tree, which I vastly prefer to the mini trees. Mega trees are just so nice, so convenient. And it really doesn't matter about the podzol thing, because I can just put that right next to my base. Why did I do that? Because I can put that right next to my base and have no issue, because I don't have any dirt over here to turn into podzol. So, take that, libsharts. There we go. Toss that because it sucks. I'll take this. Couple of saplings if I can get them. And then 1, 2. Shaboom. This will give me spruce for days. The mega taiga trees. Honestly, I really like the mega taiga trees as a mechanic, because it's just so convenient to not have to like set up 30 different trees. Just be able to mine straight up the trunk of a huge one that's like exponentially larger than your average single sapling tree. It makes the barrier for entry to building with a bunch of different wood types just like so much smaller, and that's good. I don't think you should need to make a huge farm just to get the kind of wood you wanna build something with. So I think this is a cool mechanic. I kind of wish they did it for every tree. Like, I wish every tree had a mega variant. I have a stack of subscribers. Dude, you're totally right. I absolutely do. I mean, that makes me pretty wealthy, I would say. I got a whole stack, man. I should start upping my subscriber count. I gotta start clout farming, you know? Forget tree farming, man. Clout farming is the new meta. That's what I'm on the lookout for. Man, are you serious? You're lumbering around over there. Leave me alone. have to kill this guy. Maybe. No, he's just wandering around some, like, cave that I can't see, and this little mine shaft that I've got underneath me. I really have to take care of that. This is problematic, I think. But I got plenty of... Oh my god, I got a whole stack from that? That is truly excellent. I should have no problem crafting as many spruce trapdoors as my heart desires. And I do need quite a few because I'm going to build the perimeter to this fence now. Out of them. Not quite what I was trying to do there, but you know. Fantastic. A little extra bit of that there, and I should go craft some fences. Oh, whoa. Ton of tree there. Put a little bit of that towards fence building here. Boom. Shabam. Probably I want a little bit more. So, craft a handful of sticks. That ought to do. And then I'll make some more, what's it? What's it called? I'll make some more, what the fuck are they called? They're called fence gates. I'll make more fence gates to go here later. I don't know why I just brain fart every time I turn on the stream. It's like I try to talk, it doesn't work. I'm just spewing out the sound of my own voice, really. No, sir, get out of here. Get out of my face, cow. Man, what are we doing here? Gentlemen, there's no way out for you. I'm trying so hard. It's deeply unfortunate. I'm trying to change the perimeter here. Come here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright. Cleaned up. And see, really, I could just have the trapdoors be the outside, but the thing is, when you do that, a bunch of monsters get in, which is why I have the roof added in the first place, you know, so they don't get in because, you know, I can jump through the fence gate there, the creepers cannot. Well, they can, technically, actually, but it's harder for them to do that. So we're going to do that. Pop these down here. I need 2 more lightning rods. 2 more perfect, beautiful lightning rods to put underneath my roof. And I actually need a shit ton of more trapdoors and slabs. So let's do this. I'll make these ones into trapdoors because God knows I'm gonna need those. And I'll make these ones into some slabs. I got 2 stacks of slabs, a stack of trapdoors. I should have extra trapdoors and be good on the front of other such things. I should be good on the trapdoor front, but or on the slab front and have extra trapdoors. Oh, that didn't work. I gotta do this. Yep, that is what I gotta do. Okay. Perfect. there. Okay. I'm looking happy with this whole setup. Let's just thunk these down. I think, you know, we're kind of just replicating the exact same setup we had last time, more or less. But this is an exceptional way to do it. You know, there's no reason to fix an unbroken system. There we go. Okay. Now I can put these down. Let's just get. Do I have no more copper? I've just got to put in one more piece here. So I'll do that. I'll cook 8 because don't want to waste the coal. I'll grab one like this. And at this point, I mean, why not just wait, right? Why not just wait for a little copper ingot to come in? Perfect. We've already oxidized our solo guy out there. That's crazy how fast they oxidize when they're by their lonesome. I kind of like that effect, but it feels a little out of place with this here. So perhaps, no, this is fine. This is good. I like this. This is a nice setup for our cow and sheep area here. I think I could probably do this. Unexpand this here. Back down. Man, what are you doing over here? Pissing me off, that's what. I'm grabbing a boat. I'm boating him. You're getting boated, brother. Hey, nerd boy, little ender guy. Where'd he go? Dude, what the hell? He just took off. He dipped. He didn't want that smoke. I can't even find him. I have no idea where he is. How peculiar. Okay. We're veting our sheep. We should breed these sheep first. Man, what is with these sword zombies? And trying to make trouble with me. Where do you even come from? Okay. Now we've done that, I can kind of a little more evenly breed the pen. It's not a care if I get some light gray sheep, it's just I'm trying to maximize my ratios here. And I realize that out of context, saying, you know, I only breed Zavite sheep is Zavite sheep, especially in that accent. Very bad. Not good. Not something I'm really trying to convey. So I'm going to stop with that whole thing. That's a bad message. Not trying to put that out there. But it's a utility thing. It really is. It's just for the aesthetics of my builds that I'm trying to create. It's not a one-to-one metaphor here. In fact, it's not really a metaphor for anything. I'm just trying to build a little homestead for myself. This truck is cool. I might build a couple more of them, maybe. Just out around the town. You know, I'm trying to build a little steampunk town, you know? So I think this is a good starting point, is the little tents, the little west, like, you know, Wild West sort of front. The idea that they're trying to mine some copper out here, it could be cool. I like the copper aesthetic. It's not super conducive to holding things that are made of water. It's not super conducive to holding like steam fuel, which is water, but you know, it looks cool. So you know, the scientific accuracy, you know, really not that important, all things considered. Taking down the tree makes life very easy for me. I should have like another stack by the time I'm down, which is good. Oh nice, another 2 stacks almost. That's good. Okay, I vibe with that. Now I've got the sheep and the cows all in the good spot. They are looking very nice. Line it a little bit. Should have plenty of extra trapdoors. Yeah. That's nice. This is cool. I've already replenished a lot of my livestock. Sheep are bred, cows bred. I got a little base of operations. I'll make a little, you know, storage room in a second here. And I can build a bunch of farms and village stuff out here. There we go. I'll build a little homestead camp sort of thing over here. And then I can expand outwards this way to include some villager areas. Terraform that a little bit. For fun, I might turn this into a little mine just to make the aesthetics cool. Like I'll have a little crane coming down and stuff. I mean, there's already mine shafts here, so I could very well upgrade those. All the copper, I think, really works. Having some big stuff in this valley will be nice. My big sort of coup de grace project, or coup de grace, whatever the French people call it, is I want to put a big old like tower sort of fortress up there, and build an airship around it because I like the airships. The airships are cool. So that's the vibe. And I think it'll be neat. And then so mine, village, tower, airships. And I think that'll be a good little starter base kind of area. Those will be a couple good starter base projects for us to have. And it'll be a good sort of aesthetic to build out in the starter base that we're building here. And then out that way, the reason I like it to be close to the ocean is not only so I can go exploring a lot easier, but also because near the ocean over here, because I mean it's just the ocean's fully visible from this area. I want to build a big old mega base project out that way. And so I think having this as a little starter staging area will work nicely. And then we can have some like elytra travel to and from the base. So this is good. This is nice. It looks cool. I'll probably fill a lot of this crater out and terraform the edges to make a town a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. Definitely planning on terraforming this area. Because right now it looks a little jank, especially this hole over here is a little janky. I don't like it. The wilderness too could be very well tamed. But for what we have, I'm not complaining. I think it looks nice. I think it looks like there's a lot of expanding we can do. Let me get more wheat. And just beyond all that, it's a fun challenge. Even if I don't nail it, it's going to be a good challenge for me, I think. So, perfect. I'll build a little upwards area here. I might just make the whole thing up here, like the whole area up here, a like little wildlife grass pasture kind of area, and I'll separate it with a little man-made cliff that I'm gonna put together to kind of replace this ugly brown stepping stone area. If I build that up and then turn all of this into grassland, and then this all into like badlands, I think that'll look nice. I think that'll be a fun sort of experiment to do. It'll give a little more coherence to the whole place. And if I change the wilderness environment a little bit, it might look pretty cool. There we go. And that should do it. ABS, always be shearing. If you ain't shearing, you ain't doing it right. You're losing wool. There we go. Jump out of that side, and then I should make a fence gate for over here. That's pretty nice. I'm really jiving with this whole look. I think the plan I've got for the area is going to look really good. I'm probably going to terraform that mountain too. Make it a little more mountainous, you know, build like a huge spire peak right there that I can build the tower on. And then maybe have like a little like extension out towards the airship. That would be cool. So it's a lot to look forward to. I might even build a little mountain over there just to cover up the fact that there's just a full jungle right behind me. The jungle will serve a utility purpose and not an aesthetic purpose, being the place where I can get actual, you know, animals and such from. That works. I need those sticks. Fence gate. And instead of 4, really we kind of want 8 of them. So I want 4 more. Perfect. Spruce fence gate. Looks good. I'm excited. So how we do it? 1 there. Symmetry demands there be 1 there. 1 there. And 1. No, goddamn you. Come hither. There we go. I want y'all to come over here. Should give me the opportunity to fix this. Cow herding, man. It's an art. Perfect. This looks nice. I am happy with this. I need for sure. I need for sure some more leather so I can build my enchanting stuff. But you know what? This is working well too. picked up a good bout of stuff. I like this. It's coming together well. I'm going to build a little tent extension off the side of this truck. I'll have a little bit of a like awning kind of thing that comes off the top and drapes over my bed, an armor stand and such. That could be cool. I'll build a little more camp extension over here just for the essentials, like, you know, a little storage tent or whatever, because I'm not going to be able to build a full town and plan it out yet until I do a little bit of terraforming, which will be a project that I do after I get some enchantments. And yeah, I think this looks good. Very good. What else do I need to do? I mean, really, it's just a shearing sheep and breeding sheep game at this point. Oh, I can breed my cows again. That's good. I just want so many cows. I think there should be a godless amount of cows in this pen by the time I am done with this whole thing. It should just be a sea of cows, farther than the eye can see, that just fills the entire pen. And only then will I have made progress. More wheat. And I gotta make a decision on this dog too, because now I've got a dog. Now I've got, you know, the ability to name him too. I've got so much iron and a ton of name tags from my little expedition that truly, I mean, I have nothing else to concern myself with. Which of you bugger sheep here, the gray ones, or not? Yeah, there we go, okay. I guess we're good. Gotta clear out a lot of these mobs as well. No grown-ups yet? I suppose not. I think this is cool. I think we're making good momentum. I think my last act of the day is just going to be naming this dog, unless I have wool I can use, perhaps. Here's what I'll do. I'll make a little fence gate like this. Fence post here. Like a little sheet that's kind of draped over the top. Okay, first thing to actually the chest. I'll move the chest depending on how much I like the look of the sheet, you know, top build here. these. This really sucks. I really don't like this. Change I could make. So really, I think the carpet look is just not the vibe. What I could do instead, try something of this nature, maybe. It doesn't need to go out super far. It's an easy mistake to make. It doesn't really need to be that wild. This becomes the look here. Tent kind of thing. It'll be more simple than this. Don't worry about the shaping here. You can do something like that where we kind of try this angle here. Not bad, maybe if it were a little taller. There we go. Now instead of this on here, I could have this sort of wool attached to the side of the truck. Add a carpet there. Nice look. You can even do this kind of thing where it's all carpet on top. That actually doesn't look bad. No, it looks a little bad. Maybe just a little bit bad. Trying to put a tent on the side of a truck is an oddly difficult challenge. I don't hate this look. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Let's try this. Trapdoor goes back here. Instead of the carpet approach right there, we just do this. No, this is good. I like this. And by like, I mean tolerate this. Break that. And there we go. Okay. That looks good. That is a tolerable look, I think. I could even kind of drape it over the other side as well. Make it look like I'm trying to cover up the truck with a tent. If I wanted to do that, so I could do this. I would need a lot more wool, I think, than I have. But I could kind of do this where I'm more so trying to like cover the tent up, like cover up this truck. I think not the tent, but like cover the truck with a tent, kind of maybe to protect it from the elements or something like that while I'm here camping out. And I can put that there. There and that there. Okay. Shabam. That can go there, that goes there. I might even be able to shear some more sheep now. I crafted a lot of carpets that I ended up not using, which I think was my downfall in this instance. I need sheep. I need some sheep action, man. Wool me up. You know, I think gray tents are gonna be good. Maybe not for now. Oh, nice. Okay. These cows surely can be bred again. And in so doing, I am getting myself more leather, the likes of which I shall never need additional. I just need books. I need bookcases so that I can enchant. That's my biggest concern at the present moment. And so I think 2, 3. Let's maybe pull a little more taut over the corners, which is why we've got the sticks there. But the idea of having a little, like, truck tent is kind of fun to me. So let's do... I'll craft a couple more fences for sure. No, I destroyed the crafting table. My chest organization is getting sloppier and sloppier the closer I come to having a actual like chest area that I can properly organize. Come on now. There we go. He has no idea I'm here. I've walked behind a wall. I'm invisible. It's like I never existed in the first place. Get a load of these guys. This guy's a wizard for a second. He was using incantations or something. Clowned upon. Clowned directly upon. Come on. Pop those down there. More wool. This is the great thing about having grass that replenishes so fast. You know, having the underground grass chamber is really extremely effective for sheeping properly. You just get so much wool so fast. They just regrow it in about 3 seconds. You turn away for a second, they've already regrown most of their wool, which is cool and means I can go get more. I'd like to see what this will look like when I am finished with it. So like from the front kind of deal. It'll be a little ugly. I think what it needs is a decent, like, upward arc of these fence posts. How do I have so many oak fences and no proper spruce fences? Let's do that. It doesn't need to be perfect here. We should be able to put in this. I could do this kind of thing. Comes up along the side like this. I like to have like fence gates kind of come in the middle. But I like this for like a temporary truck storage type thing. Like the idea that they just showed up, rolled into town. It's not really a town yet, but you know, you get the picture. And then unpacked their little van, covered it up with a little tent so it wouldn't get damaged or whatever, and then just set up shop. Move that like that. Try and let this look on for size, maybe. Okie dokie. I think this shape will do a lot nicer for the car storage than anything else. Maybe I could bring it in one. Yeah, I bet I could just bring it in one. Have a similar effect here. This doesn't really need to be this tall. shorter. This a little bit. That's just gonna look odd. I'll pull it in, you know, because then the truck, and you know what, maybe this whole idea is a little stupid, because you know what, the truck is supposed to be like a feature, like an aesthetic feature of the whole place. Why cover it up? It seems like I'm just losing a good little showpiece for my base, and that seems counterintuitive to what I'm trying to do. So perhaps that is not the vibe. It might not be the move. I should just be moving the tent, I think. I should just be building an entirely different tent. But I'm on my way to getting enchantments. I'm on my way to getting other stuff. I would like to get more sugarcane farm up, perhaps, maybe. Little sugarcane farm to place around the base. Couldn't hurt, you know. But at the moment, it's just seeming like I have better things to do. I should build a little thing. I need to get a chest organized area together that I can then circle into a tent. There we go. And then, damn it. There we go. I've got the truck, I've got the... Oh, that's right. I forgot one of the cool details that I found interesting to add onto the truck was it was this really cool step ladder thing that you can make with these. So I craft that. Grab some of that, some of these. Grab those. I'm gonna go downwards here. Open outwards. The same thing over here. And boom, you got a little step ladder up to the truck, which I think is nice. And then, you know, the truck interior here is cool. The whole truck itself just looks nice. I'm a huge fan of this vibe that I got going on. And, oh, Jesus, my roommates are playing a movie at full volume outside. I think this is good. I think this looks nice. I should get more wheat. And I need more wheat. What am I doing? Back. This goes here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Actually, 8 should be fine. There we go. Breed up some sheep and cows and such. I just need so many cows. It's ridiculous how many cows I'm gonna need for this project. And I want just leather all the time too. Having leather would be so nice. And I want to get a fully upgraded set of gear sooner than later, because I keep dying like an imbecile in some terribly embarrassing sorts of ways. And that sucks. I'm not a fan of that. So I would like to ignore that just... We got our first light gray sheep that I just created. It's entirely possible I just made a light gray sheep. By being more procedural about the way that I breed the different colors of sheep, though, I can kind of control the population of the pen, which is nice. I did create a couple light grays, actually. Wow. That's okay. I will simply dye them different colors when they grow up. Looks good otherwise, though. And I got a ton more cows than I thought I was going to have. A nice amount of wool. I think I would like to, yeah, let's make some terracotta. Okay. I've covered up, I've got an even floor. That's good. And I think I'm going to lay the groundwork for a little terraform up here as well. I'm just going to go kind of straight up with this, basically. Okay. And then I'll just kind of make this a sheer cliff, and this part can be a razorback here. Razorback, TF2. That's nice. Okay. Now I've got a little zone that I can terraform with a little bit. Build a little bit like this back here, maybe. But if I have more of a sheer cliff right here. I'll work on that later. I've got plenty of terracotta to go around. This guy's about to get boated for sure, for sure. I could use some ender pearls, and also, I hate this dude. He fucked up my fire last. Ow. can kind of build up there. That works for me. Take a rest. And you know what? I think I'll build up camp another time. I'll spend some time building up camp a little later on. Breed more cows and work out all the other such stuff here. There's gonna be 130. That's a lot of cows. Whoa. See, when you breed the sheep, the babies eat a lot because they have to eat to grow up. So not only do you get the adults eating a ton, you get the babies eating a ton, and then never slowing down because the babies don't slow down. I don't think. So when you're in the initial breeding stage, the amount of grass you have seems like it's not enough, but it is. Especially with everything going on like underneath it. Honestly, I might just start furiously clicking because more than anything, I just want like normal sheep. Is that guy holding a grass block? Because I'll definitely kill for a grass block. Yeah, more than anything, I don't really care what color the sheep are that come out. I'll have plenty of light gray sheep. I don't really care. I'll just dye them back. But Enderman disappeared. They're very flaky in the daytime. But, you know. There's definitely more cows in here I can breed. There we go. Just a couple more. As many little babies as I can get, I shall take. The cattle mean a great deal to me. And I should be able to start getting leather from these guys pretty soon. I could start, you know, gleaning from this little cabal I've got going on, this cow cabal. I need more shears, which is good. I like one shear away from breaking, yep. But yeah, this is good. This works. Now this is nice. All sorts of cows, all sorts of sheep. I'll get an auto sheep shearer at some point because those are super convenient. Having a little sheep farm with like a observer and a dispenser is really nice. But it'll probably take a while before I get there. But I don't really feel like chest organizing, so you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to call this the end of the stream because it's been like an hour and a half and it's been good. And I got other stuff I got to do today. So thanks for tuning in. We've got a ton of sheep. We got some pens. We got a lot of mobility now, a lot of plans that I'm really excited about. So I will see you guys next time when we continue to bring them to fruition. I'll probably enchant some stuff.